the STB Racing League Season 18, Round 13. The United States Grand Prix live from Austin, Texas. The circuits of the Americas. One of the more, I wouldn't say iconic circuits on the calendar. Not the Suzuka, the Monza, the Spa. But it is definitely one that is rooted in a lot of, well, just greatness. It's a great circuit. Two incredible straights, the back straight in the second sector, and of course the pit straight that goes uphill to turn one. It's a very special circuit. A circuit that has definitely brought Formula One to the United States of America. But we're here for the American race here in Austin. Obviously, we've been in Europe this season. We've been to Japan. And now here at the three American races, we've got America, Mexico and Brazil. You can see Danny Rick F1, a new driver in the league tonight. He's on it for the first lap then, so we're going to see what he's going to do. But I am joined in the commentary box by Bram Nilsson. Not Nilsson, Nilsson. Bram, we're in America.
Yes.
We've had a week off. How are you feeling? Are you energised, rejuvenated for Austin?
Yeah, always excited for Austin. Barbecue, cowboys, Kota. What else can you ask for? No, but seriously, it's a great track. And one of the best tailgate designed tracks in my opinion, and I'm looking forward to the race here today, as Mercury is on a qualifying lap and goes very wide a couple of times already.
Wow, that's expected from Alex Mercury. Anyway, obviously we've had a break, Bram, and in that break we had the anniversary race last week. Just another thank you to everyone that's competed in STB for 7 years. We're now into our 8th year of racing, and America is our first race. And what a track, Bram, to start off the 8th year of STB racing here at Austin. It's a track which has had a lot of battles. What can we expect in terms of strategy? How's that going to play with the racing? Because the undercut is very powerful here in Texas.
Yeah, I'm thinking a one stop here today. Quite simple, soft to medium. Tire wear is a bit itchy though here and there, and it will be tough for them to make it to the end, but I think they can make it. They're good drivers, as Danny Rick goes first on a 29.7. TTM Mitch takes first place, and it's a Renault 1-2 for now.
Decent. Okay then.
Davison has also
So
invalidated
we've also
his first
got,
lap
Bram,
back.
sorry, we've also got, some people may be thinking, what is BGR? Well, BGR is the Alpha Racing team, rebranded to BGR. So we've got Kevin and Dan Silza in here. So that will be a good, it'll be good really to see what they can do under that new name. Dan is Dan Boss, if anyone's wondering. Kaiki as well, he's a new driver from Brazil. He set, well, not the best of first laps, but he did make a few mistakes. It's 131.1 for Kaiki, so he'll be hoping to show that pace.
Yeah, Star Fallen, or JRT Star, also new to the league.
Yeah, he's on a lap.
He raced on a 7-year event, and he showed some good pace there in the F2 cars. Let's see if he can replicate that good pace in the F1 cars.
Yeah.
Not the best of sector 1s when he runs in wide. Yeah, that sector 1 is a very hard one. If you miss one line, you're screwed for the whole sector.
Also, the
keep on going wide.
pads as well. Ideally, you want to be having a wheel for the first sector here. It's a bit like Japan. Very twisty turning, you have to have the right line, and you can't really place your car on a pad really, so it's about placing the car in the right space. But I think we've got some good new drivers in the league. We've got Davison returning to the league here tonight, Bram. That should be good for him.
Yeah, Davison's returned after a couple of races out. He has not had the best of qualifyings this season. He's invalidated his first lap today as well. It's looking quite overcast. Wonder if it's gonna rain. I don't think so.
Also, this track, this race actually falls on a very special date in America. Today's actually Memorial Day in America, so it does fall on a very Good day. His star fallen. Sorted there. Goes P6 there on a 1:30.5, so he'll be hoping to improve that lap time. It's very cloudy, Brams. I think the track could potentially be a bit colder than usual, and that could be.
Danny's on a good lap, man.
Driver struggling here. Danny is no contact first there. He's invalidated his lap time.
And Bruno Will is still in the pit. It's looking ever more and more likely he'll be trying to go mediums, maybe?
Ferrari coming out. That's Jamham on a set of mediums, I believe that was.
Stefanko's on a lap as well. He's last at the moment, but he hasn't set a valid lap yet. He's taken the full-time seat at Williams back in the league.
Yeah.
After his win in Italy.
A great driver. Obviously won the Italian Grand Prix home race. I think the Italian fans loved that 3 weeks ago.
Tifosi.
Right.
Loving it. He encounters a bit of traffic.
Well, they get out of the way.
And the McLaren getting out of the way.
You can see he's got the Italian helmet on with the flag, with the stripes of the Italian flag. He must have been happy about the Eurovision result there, Bram.
Oh yeah.
Italy winning.
Italy taking dubs in several ways here.
Yeah.
And Stefanko will be loving it.
Here we go then.
Will be loving his quality lap though.
Always made a bit of a mistake there, but he's up.
His time is alright. It would put him around P5 territory if he can hook a decent final sector together, but he's not using ERS. I think he's backed off. Or he's not backed off, I'm not too sure anymore.
No, I think he's trying not to run out in the final sector. I think he can gain a bit of time at the final corner.
For the final corner he goes. Leaves a bit of space on the apex.
P3.
Definitely push a bit more through there, but P3 it is, and that's a very nice time. Kevin's on the outlap as well. Kevin's a peculiar one, Maddie. He had a very good pace at the beginning of the season, and he was a regular podium contender. The last few races he's just dropped off a bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, Davidson is on lap now, Bram. Let's have a look at him. Oh, very bad there.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's down. Yeah, you want to be cutting a little bit, but we're not cutting, but riding the curb a little bit on the corner there to try and get the best speed. Or, the most time out of him. Damam's on a lap there. Let's see what his first sector's going to be like on a set of mediums. Obviously, he needs to beat Bruno Will here today, Bram, in order for the championship to at least go to Mexico and not be won. Not be won here in America. Bruno Will can win the championship. All he has to do is, win the race and Jamham. Yeah, if Bruno Will wins, that's it, isn't it? Bruno Will is the champion of season 18. It's been a dominant display from Bruno, but one mistake, Bram, could completely destroy his chances of any championship winning in America. 101.3 then in the second sector, Bram, so it's quite a decent second sector for a set of mediums.
Oh yeah, that's a decent second time, but it won't put him very high up the field. I think that would put you P11 as Kevin goes provisionally first.
Very close, Bram. It's very close at the moment. Dismurfing 129.3 there. I would have been a little bit concerned.
Jamham has a big slide and he goes P12.
I would have been a little bit concerned, Bram, if he did a 23. That's pretty rapid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's all going to calm down now in these stages of the session.
But the Grandmaster is starting a lap right now. Bruno Will coming up to the line to start a lap. The championship battle has been one he has dominated this season, and he can win it today if Jamham. No. If Jamham doesn't manage to outscore Bruno Will win the championship here today. Jamham needs to outscore him by 1 point to keep his championship hopes alive into Mexico.
That's not a good first sector, though.
That is definitely not the first. And it's looking like he's
invalidated.
He has invalidated. Interesting, Mali.
Yeah, Bruno Will seems to do it a lot. He seems to
most of times.
He seems to invalidate his lap times a lot, and then when it matters, he pulls it out of the bag.
Yeah, just like Hamilton.
Right then, I think Jamham might go into the pit to put a set of softs on. He needs to, get some sort of, he needs to beat Bruno Will, so he needs to be as far up on the grid as possible.
Davzin's on the lap as well, and he gets some big wheel spin off the exit of the hairpin onto the long straight, which we'll be seeing the most overtaking moves at. And he's not using the most. Oh, he is. He's using a lot of the track. He takes an interesting line. He locks up a bit into the second hairpin through the awkward right-hander. Traction is very hard on that corner, opening up the left hairpin. There's a lot of hairpins in sector 3, and he locks up through there as well. It's lock up city for Davzin. He's not loving the life right now.
Well, let's see how he does.
The Istanbul inspired triple apex right hander through the penultimate corner. He goes very nicely. He looks up again through the final corner, and that's gonna cost him a lot of time. And he only goes P12. Madi, he's struggling. And Bruno Will has invalidated another lap time, Madi.
Interesting.
Danny's on the lap as well. He has shown some good pace in practice, especially
Yeah,
in
definitely.
qualifying.
Yeah. Jamham is on a set of medium, so Jamham's actually going for the medium. Start on a medium strategy, it looks like.
Yeah, but he still has time to pit and go for softs.
Oh, okay. Let's look at Danny then. He's looking like a very good first sector. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Right,
very
he's
good
on
time
it.
for
And he's
Danny
on a
there.
pad as well. He's on it, DJ Danny. Is this the race, Bram? Is this the race for DJ Danny? The RS is open down the back straight. We're going to see a lot of overtaking moves going on this part of the section in the race, Bram. It's going to be very, very good to watch. Oh, okay. Bram.
Yes, we can oh!
Where can we be expecting Danny to maybe qualify if he gets this final sector hooked
Keeps
up?
this up, he'll definitely be able to get inside that top 6. He's on for 29. But he doesn't use the upmost of the track. Maintains some good mid-apex speed. Through the final corner he goes. Up to the line. It is P3 for Danny.
P3 for Danny, but Smurfing still leads the pack. It's a 29.6 for him. 29.3, sorry. Kevin, 29.6.
Fanko is 2/10 up as well. He's gonna go P2 if he keeps this up. Through this penultimate corner he goes.
Fully committed.
Quite safely. Through the final corner, up to the line, it is P2 as I suggested.
This Smurfing's very quick at this circuit, looks like.
Yeah, just Smurfin is in a good position. He's on pole by 3/10 at the moment, so he's looking good. The lap times are a bit slower than I was expecting, to be honest, Madi, at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's cloudy, Bram, so.
That's true.
Yeah, it could well
I think
be.
it matters too much in the game, though. Jamam's in the pits as well. To be honest, not sure if he has
Right, Mercury's
time
on
to
an
go
outlap.
out on another run. It's gonna start a lap now, and let's take you on board for a lap of quota with LRS Mercury, the race pace merchant. Let's see what he can do in qualifying. Uphill turn 1, easy to lock up left front as he does, and he is wide already. That'll lose him a lot of time. Oh, and he's almost in the ball. He's on the grass.
Yeah, he's messed that
As I
up.
said, easy to lock up a left front, and that's
Right, Matt's starting the lap.
Let's go on board with Matt then. Matt takes over. Let's keep you on board. Through the S section he goes, inspired by Suzuka. Almost flat through there. Through the right, shifting shortly down to 5th gear. Down to 5th again for the left-hander. The tricky right-left here. Easy to invalidate on the exit, but he keeps it valid by quite some margin. He could have gone out wide a bit more there. He shifts off to 8. Into the hairpin before the back straight. Exit is very important there. Mercury getting out of the way onto the back straight, opening up that DRS, flying through, and now into the braking zone is critical to maximize the
Doesn't
track
use-
on the entry. He does not.
Yeah, doesn't
He
use-
also does not
Yeah.
cut the inside into the right hand hairpin. He enters the land of hairpins, it seems. Into the left hand hairpin he goes. Curve braking zone, very easy to lock up a front left there, and we will see maybe one or two overtaking moves there. It's a braking zone where he can make a move, and he's very committed through the penultimate corner. He's not that committed through the final corner though, and he goes a bit wide and he's given up on his lap time. He wants to start P11, I think. And is Jamam gonna make it?
Challenge
He's
is in the
got
pits.
Jamam has got 30. Is he gonna? Davizin's happy with where he's starting. He's gonna
Yeah,
go for the alternate
I think he'll
strategy.
just make it.
I'm not too sure, Madi. I don't think he will. Because this third sector is I believe 31 seconds, and he had 31 seconds when he crossed the sector split, so there'll be a close one. If Bruno Will wants to be really stingy about it, he's gonna hold him up, but he isn't.
You get this next lap invalidated for that.
Oh, and Jamam's invalidated. Oh no, he's not. Jamam has just crossed the line with 1 second to go. Madi's got very lucky there.
Alright, let's hope he does it. Bruno Will's on a lap. He needs to not invalidate this one, Bram. Really struggling in this
this
first
is
sector.
what it comes down to. Through the first sector, it's a decent time, but not anything spectacular. Not sure if it's gonna be enough for Paul. He looks up a bit through there as well. There's a Red Bull off that track, probably Star Fallen. Hugo's P2 on a very strong lap, 29.5. And Mitch takes provisional pole.
The American driver in his home race has gone P1. He's gonna enjoy that.
Mercury's
coming,
through the
yeah.
final corner as well. And he's invalidated.
Nine-tenths up for Jam. He's got a very good lap here, Bram.
Yeah, and this is the calm before the storm. The two championship rivals are going to be coming across the line seconds after each other. Bruno Will is going to be the first to cross the line. He comes through the penultimate corner. And he's very committed, takes a lot of apex speed through there. On the curb braking. He looks up a bit, but it won't hinder his lap time too much. He gets good rotation and he backs off. He wants to start P11 and he does manage to start P11.
What a cheeky bastard! Oh, what a cheeky bastard from Bruno Will.
Jamham is starting P15. I'm not sure what happened, but I think he just didn't improve.
That is very, very strategic from the Mercedes there. P11 for Bruno Will. Jamham, I don't know what happened to him. He had a great lap. I don't know. It looks like the medium. But the medium is the way to go in America. Right, well, apparently it says Mitch is from Canada, but he's actually from the US, I believe. So he
US of A.
is on pole position. Second is Dismurfin. Third, his best qualifier of the season is Jules Tice. Fourth, RCX Stefanko. Fifth is BGR Kevin. Sixth, DJ Danny. He'll be very happy with that. Seventh is Danny Rick on his debut. Eighth, LRS Mercury. Ninth for Matty. 10th is Dan. 11th is the cheeky bastard Bruno. Well, 12th is Star Fallen. 13th Davizin. 14th Koiki. 15th Jamham. And 16th is Slazenja Volvo. That is your grid for the United States Grand Prix. Crazy, Bram. Very cheeky from Bruno Will.
Yeah, and it just seems everything he touches turns into gold, man. He does everything so perfectly.
Yeah, and I'm
hearing your
you can hear the voice. I'm just checking the stream's working. Sorry about that. Checking the stream's working. Hope everyone is enjoying this American race here in Austin, Texas.
That perfectly, Maddie. He's starting P11.
Yeah, on the grid.
There's no better place to start.
I don't know. I mean, I personally haven't done too much practice. My race is tomorrow, so I don't actually know much about the strategy or what happens in terms of that. So maybe these drivers know more than, well, they definitely know more than we do because we haven't done much practice. I think maybe Bruno Will might think, wow, the mediums are very powerful around the circuit. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's not really about the mediums. It's just the fact that you get on those fresh softs at the end of the race while everyone else is conserving their old mediums, trying to not get those mediums a puncture, and you can make such a big difference in those final 12 laps or so. I think the medium runners are gonna be boxing around lap 16, and they'll be going on to softs until the end of the race.
I ain't got a clue.
Or there could also be rain at the end of the race. We never know.
Right then. So it looks like we are getting geared up for the United States Grand Prix. Bruno Will has gone for mediums. Davidson's on mediums. Everyone else on the top 10's on mediums. You can see a lot of the front runners. Bruno Will, Star we'd expect to be at the front. Davison, Jamham, all those are outside the top 10. So I am very excited. I'm very excited, Bram, for this race, if I'm being honest. You know, we've got a lot of drivers at that position.
P2, and it looks very sunny.
Jordan P3, Smurfing in P2, and your home man, TTM Mitch in P1. So, wow. Bit of lag from his end, but it shouldn't be too bad.
It's going to be very interesting to see Bruno Will, JRT Star, Davison and Jamham making their way through the field. Bruno Will only 2 positions behind Matt. Oh, and Mitch is off at the formation lap, Madi.
What's that? What happened to him?
Mitch has spun. He spun.
Why was he disqualified? I'm confused.
No, he's not disqualified from the whole race, but he's
But he's disqualified from the. Oh, okay, that's. Okay.
Yeah, but he spun on the formation lap, Madi.
That's a bit bizarre. He gets pole position
and
then
on ice cold tires.
Yeah, he won't have a
He'll
good
be
start.
starting on ice cold tires. He will not have a good start, and I expect him to lose a couple of positions. To be honest, I'm not sure what device the Smurfy uses for races. I know Jules on the pad, so Jules could be eyeing up P1 after turn 1 here. Because the pad is, of course, notoriously good at starts, as Murray himself will definitely know.
Yeah,
especially in that McLaren as well.
Yeah, I mean, the starts are just amazing for me. I love them, Arden. Anyway.
I don't. I can guarantee that I've lost a lot of positions off the start into.
Well, I mean, I would say, it's not really a long run up to turn 1, really, compared to, like, Spain or Mexico, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. You can't really gain much from the start here due to the short
and there's
run.
A bit of contact.
Oh, and there's some
lag involved there.
Some drivers
off the track.
Yeah, some drivers off the track there, Bram. You're gonna have to watch out.
They're on their way up to the grid. Let's see what tires everyone's on outside the top 10.
All on medium. Star is gone for a set of hards. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Anyway, Bram, we won't ask you for the 5 light when the lights go out because we'll be waiting for the gantry to, I can't say. We'll be waiting for the lights to go out. Who's going to lead? Who's going to win this race?
Hold up. I'm in a bit of trouble here. I'm saying Kevin.
Okay, Bram says Kevin. I don't know who it is, but we have got 5 lights. And we are lights out and away we go in America. Mitch gets off to a decent start, but his actual second frame.
And this 5 wide into turn 1.
On the inside, he's had a bad face as Mitch. And Joel's been punted wide off the circuit. Joel takes the lead. It's the Williams as DeFranco that gets pointed down into turn 1.
And they're 4 wide into... Oh, this is not going to go well, Maldi. And there's a Williams off the track.
Mercury's off the circuit. Mercury's off the track. He came into the path of Matt there. And there's massive scenes as Joel Tice leads the American Grand Prix. Second is Smurfing right on his diffuser box now. Third is Mitch. Third is Stefanko and fourth is Mitch. He's been jumped off the start because of his cold tyres. What a start!
Bruno Will sending it down the inside of Davison and Danny Rick F1, and he gets some beautiful move done as Danny Rick F1 loses a heap of positions.
Wow, what a start here in America. I'm here for it. Front row seat, and Smurfing's up the inside of Joel. Joel's going to go now. Go for the overtake. Back up in the bag him in the P1. The two Dutch drivers, Bram, are battling for the top 2 positions here in the STB season.
And the Smurfer goes down the inside, Maldi.
Up the inside, but anyway, Jules committed to the inside of the turn 8 copied section. What a start, Bram. You must be loving these 2 Dutch drivers, and they're up into 1-2. What a start for Netherlands.
Yeah, and the Dutch people back at home will be loving this. TTM Mitch, as I said, had a shocking start.
Yeah, very
He's
bad
down
start.
into P5.
Very bad start. For
Also, I predicted Shield to have a good start. What did I say?
Yeah, you did.
I'm always right, aren't I?
Right, Mercury looks to have some decent pace at the moment. He's on the back of Mitch. Need to wait for the loading screens to sort themselves out.
And I think the Smurfen has got some more pace than Schulteis at the moment.
I'm not going to lie, Bram. Mercury's got some decent pace here.
Yeah, Danny's already struggling to keep up a tad bit, but P4 or even P5 is something he'll be very, very happy with.
Okay, apparently they got DRS or something. That's a bit confusing. Mercury's in the slipstream of Mitch then. Is he going to go for the move? No, but Mitch is going to go for the move on DJ Danny though. And sorry, Bram, Joel and Dismoving are going side by side again.
And I think this time the Smurfers got the move done.
Great. Well, I think Joel is... Oh, and Joel's had really bad dirt. Yeah, that's going to give Stefanko the opportunity now. Oh, Bram, right. Joel needs to now refocus.
Oh, and Kevin's up the back of Mercury. They're really close into the final corner. Kevin is lining up a move.
Mitch has gone off. Mitch has gone off.
And he has had a massive lag spike. He's back up in P5 now. Kevin's going for the move on Mercury. Mercury goes defensive. Kevin breaks very late, trying to keep it around the outside. And Kevin sends Mercury for chips around the outside. He goes, and that is Kevin up into P5.
Right.
Oh, and Dambos is right up the back of Matt. They almost made contact through the S section there.
Right, Joel needs to refocus and try and get himself ahead of Dismurfin.
Then he's just outside of that DRS of Stefanko by 1/10 of 1/100th of a second. No, 1/1000th.
Right, Joel's got DRS.
It's got really unfortunate.
All very late on the brakes there from the McLaren.
And Davison is going side by side with Danny Rick F1. Danny Rick has been really desperate to make a move on Davison for the last couple of laps, but he hasn't managed to make it stick just yet. Jamam's dropped back a bit. He was in P11 after lap 1. He is now in P13. I think Davison's got hit up the back by Danny Rick F1. That's gonna give Jamam a chance to go for a move. The top 3 have broken away.
Jamam struggling here. At the moment, Bruno is champion. Right then, Bram. What we see in Joel gap between him and Dismurfin is 5 tenths now. Or 6 tenths, but it's, you know, it's swapping between the 5 tenths and the 6 tenths. So what are we going to be expecting then from this? This could be a great battle.
To be honest, I'm expecting Gilles to stay within that DRS of the Smurfen during the whole first stint. But I don't expect Gilles to go for a move, because I think the Smurfen just has a bit of an edge pace-wise.
Right, well, you can
What
see.
I do expect to go for a move though is BGR Kevin. He is up the back of Danny, and Danny is already running low on the ERS department. His red light is flashing. And Kevin has had some good pace today. He's 1.4 1.6 seconds behind the top 3. And there's a bit of a DRS train forming up. It's a bit of a snake section.
Yeah, it's disgusting around this circuit, Bram.
Nah, it's not really disgusting. It looks disgusting because of the triple apex right-hander. But yeah, it's not nice to drive, but it's okay.
The front goes on the back of
Jules.
Jules had a very bad second sector. Final sector, sorry.
When Jules really backing it up through turn 1. And Danny Rick F1 has gone from attacking to defending here. Jamam is right up his back and he'll be looking to make a move quickly on the American driver. TTM Mitch is having another moment of lag. He's off the track.
Mitch is gone, Mitch is out.
I think he's crashed, Maddie.
So much is happening here in America, but Jules now going to have the DRS once again, Bram.
He's not going to go for a move just yet.
Mercury's also got DRS on Danny, who's at DRS now on... Oh, but no, Kevin's coming back at Mercury. Looks like Mercury's got the overtake done on Kevin, and now Kevin's trying to come back.
Kevin's going for a switchback though. They're side by side.
Matty's going to get involved
Kevin,
as well.
Maybe. He might send it down the inside here. He has a look, but he's not going to go for it. Dirty Matty is now right up his back. I must say, Maddie, I'm loving these camera angles they've got for us at Kota here right now.
Yeah, they're very good, aren't they? Right, DRS again then for Joel.
There's a bit of a gap forming. Danny's almost 2 seconds behind the top 3. He'll be quite easy prey for Mercury and Kevin. And I'm a bit surprised as to why Kevin hasn't got past yet. Didn't get past Danny, but Mercury's gonna be the one to have a chance right now. I think those two are in the party right now, so Danny won't make it too difficult for Mercury. And he runs a bit wide through sector 1 as well. Shield is the first one of the front runners to pick up a penalty. And Jamham and Danny Rick F1 are going side by side into the hairpin.
Please a lot move there from Jamham. Next up, Prince Davidson.
It's an easy move. Speaking of easy moves, Mercury is gonna go down the inside of Danny here into the hairpin. Swedish alike. P4. And this is Williams 3 and 4. That's something we don't see often in real life.
Right, now all he's got to do is try and get up to the top 3. I don't think he's going to have the pace though.
Not sure, to be honest. But
I mean, if these 3 battle, which is very likely because Joel is, you know, keeping up with Smurfing. If these 3 battle, then Mercury could be in with a chance. Who knows? They'll just lose it down the straights because of the DRS.
Yeah, the medium runners are having such a great time right now. They're only 4 seconds or so behind the leaders. They're keeping up. So they're licking their lips at the prospects of a late race overtaking Fest. I'm sure of that. Mercury's losing a bit of time to Stefanko. You might have been right there, Maldi.
Yeah, he's definitely going to lose performance down the straights, like the gap. But Mercury's very good in the first sectors. He's going to gain. Look, he's already gained 3 tenths in the first sector.
Yeah, you're right, Maldi.
Very good.
He's had some good pace to the first sector through the snake section.
And then when he gets down the straight, he's going to lose all the time again because it's DRS. So he's really got to utilise his strength in the first sector. You can see a massive...
Bruno's going for a move on Dambos, Maldi.
Up the inside.
And Dambos breaks late.
Go back up the inside. Is that Matty there? Or Bruno? Well, we all know. We all know what happened. We all know what happened last season, Bram.
Clearly not happy.
We know what happened. We know what happened last season, Bram, between Bruno and Matty. Bruno was going to be pooing himself here.
And Dambos has just marked off Matt. He's passed, but he's out of DRS of Kevin. Kevin might slow down for his teammate though, just to give him that DRS advantage. We will see about that. As
Marquetta's in the lobby. He wants to see what's going on. He'll be racing tomorrow in Tier 2, but we've got some action going on down the straight. Matty's trying to break that slipstream to be the BR Bruno Will. He's on the back of the other Brazilian BGR Dan here. And Davizin looks to be licking his lips. Same with Jamham. Mercury looks to have lost a lot of time. Bram.
Ooh, and Danny's run wide.
Mercury looks to be struggling.
Oh, and Dambos is off the track and they're all slowing down. Not sure what happened there, but there was definitely some contact. Davizin's got past Bruno. So that's an interesting one as well.
Right then, Stefanko in the slipstream with dual ties. Here we go, up the inside, sweet as you like, nearly hits the back of
One is break, a bit late. Shield's gonna go for the switchback. Side by side, into the right hand hairpin. They're still side by side. There's the fight. He's off the track.
Grass. He's fucked that, isn't he?
He's kept it though. He's not lost. He's lost some time.
Oh.
Speaking of losing time, Danny and Kevin are going side by side here. Through the hairpin section. Kevin goes for a switch.
All the way round the outside. Can he do it on the penultimate corner of Austin? Round the outside, still round the outside. Danny's going to have the inside line.
And Danny into the pits. And Kevin has just made a beautiful move on DJ Danny there. That was amazing, Maddie. It was one of the moves of the season there.
And Dan has
retired from the session. He has given up on his race.
Right then. Wow, it's all kicking off here in America, Bram.
Yeah, it's all kicking off. And that, I can't believe Kevin just made that move, Maddie. That was insane. Did you see that?
That was, it was a decent move, yeah. It's pretty good. Sorry, I'm just really I don't know. Davison has got past Bruno Will.
Yeah, because of the Dambos / JRT Matty contact. I'm not sure what happened there. Skata is looking to get another look at the action in Tier 1.
Davison is up the inside of Matty now as they go down into the hairpin. Lovely move, DRS.
Matty doesn't make it too difficult.
It looks like
here
Bruno Wilso, Bram, is, I wouldn't say struggling, but he's just not really showing the pace that we're used to.
Yeah, he's also...
and Matty's hit Davison! Oh, Danny loves hitting Brazilians, doesn't he? P6 for him.
And Jules is the first of the front three runners to enter the pits.
Oh.
He will be having to go for a set of hards if he pits. Oh, he's gone on mediums. I'm not sure if he'll make it.
Big undercut here though, Bram. Big undercut opportunity.
Early. Yeah, that's true, Maddie. But if I was the Smurf and I'd know I'd have to pace and I'd just be sticking to my original plan, if whether that was boxing lap 11, lap 12, lap 10. Because you will be struggling to make it to the end of the race.
Right, Danny's
still on mediums as well.
And Danny's on a set of mediums.
Danny's on mediums. Danny, I'm pretty
confident. We've got two
Danny's,
I just realised. We've got two Dannys.
Yeah, but one's Danny Rick. And the other one is just Danny. Plain old Danny. And speaking of plain old, Bruno Will's gonna make a plain old move on Matt.
And Davidson's gonna make a play. Davidson's gonna make a slap in the face move on Kevin there. P4 for him.
And we've seen it go wrong on the straights with Matt and Bruno Will time and time. But this time Bruno Will gets past easily.
Right, Jamham needs to get past Matty here.
He's gonna get past, or Matt is gonna pit. Either one or the other. He's right up his back and Matty's struggling for grip.
The next driver, Bram, is obviously Bruno Will, so he needs to try and Well, yeah, for himself
That's
along.
into the
Very
pits.
late pit entry for Kevin.
Kevin's into the pits as well. And Mercury and the Smurfen are going up until lap 11. And as I said, Madi, Davizin and Bruno Will are only 5 or 6 seconds behind the leader. Which means they'll have to make up probably about 8 seconds once they get out of the pits. Which they'll be quite easily able to do. I think once they get on those new softs around lap 16, they'll be 1.5 seconds a lap quicker, Madi, than those medium runners.
Right then, Davinson's on the back of Mercury.
And Shield Thijs has massively undercutted Stefanko.
Yeah.
He's almost 2 seconds ahead.
Right then, Jamham then needs to try and get a hurry along. Bruno Will.
One, Mercury's made a mistake. Bruno Will's up the inside. Mercury's not gonna make it easy though. No love lost for those two because of the last race. Mercury's gonna have to pick this up though.
Bruno Will's got a penalty as well, hasn't he, this race?
No, Bruno hasn't. Mercury does. Mercury's penalty merchant.
No, Bruno Will has a penalty from Japan.
No, he served that penalty last race.
My mistake. Bruno Will then takes the lead.
I think Danny and Stefanko are going side by side.
Right, let's see where George's going to come out compared to this Smurfing and Mercury.
Danny's gonna go for a move on Stefanko, I think, up the inside of turn 1. Stefanko has to go defensive. Danny's going round the outside. Someone's exiting the pits. Is Mercury on the inside? No, he isn't. And Danny has made a beautiful switchback on RCX. Stefanko work there. That was a nice move from the Red Bull driver. And Danny is now exited in a provisional P3. While Mercury, who was ahead of Danny before the pit stop phase, is now 5 seconds behind him. So that undercut worked wonders for Danny. But is he going to be able to make it to the end? I'm not sure.
It'd be very interesting to see if he can. Right then. Someone we haven't actually spoke about, Bram, but he's in a very decent position, is Stazinja of Volvo. He's currently P4. Not bad. I mean, we haven't really spoke about him.
Yeah, nice and quiet race from him.
It's just clinged. I think he's just clinged on to the 3.8.
DRS.
The DRS.
And he's just picked up a penalty, but still good. He's on for about. Oh, and wait, someone's already in the pits. Davidson's in the pits, Madi. What's happened there?
I don't know.
He's on to softs. Is he gonna go 15 laps on softs? Not sure what he's trying to do there, but I don't think that's the right strategy choice, my friend. What is going on? What is going on? Is he trying to give Bruno Will the lead or something?
I don't know.
I have no clue what he's trying to achieve with this. He's probably faster on old mediums than Mercury
right then,
anyway.
Jamam's going to have the DRS now on Bruno Will.
Yeah, it was not going to be close enough into the braking zone. I know someone who is going to be close enough though. BRL Davizin is going to go for his second move of the race on GRT Matty. He's right up his back. The gap is 3/10 opening the DRS. Matt uses some overtake as well. Matt goes defensive. And Davizin's not.
He's so fast in a straight line, Matty is. He's so quick.
Yeah, he's probably using another one of those rocket setups he always uses.
Rocket setups.
Oh, and Davizin and Matty are going side by side. Davizin's up the inside. Matt's not making it easy. There's a bit of contact. Davizin gonna be able to keep it around the outside. No, he is not. Or is he? Yes, he is, Maldi, and he makes a
That is a
beautiful
slap in the
move
face.
round the
That is a
outside.
yes.
That's a yes. I
That's
agree.
a yes. You understand?
That
Oh,
is
Joel Tice
beautiful.
and
Beautiful,
this moving
beautiful.
about him. Moving up the inside of turn 1. Decent move there from the harsh driver. Up in a P4 provisional P1.
Stefanko and Danny are at it as well. Stefanko has caught up to Danny on those newer mediums. And even though Danny has managed to get a big undercut, I'm not sure about the strategy decision, Maldi.
I'm not
It's
sure.
looking.
I don't really know how the
Maldi,
strategy works. I mean,
it's very overcast. It wasn't overcast at the start of the race. It was very sunny at the start of the race. What's going on here?
interesting. This might have guided Davidson's strategy. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe a bit of rain at the end. Who knows?
Right, DRS for the let's say Force India then for the racing point. We won't be calling it racing point after 3.5 races in time. This racing point will be leaving Formula One. We'll be going on to the new game Aston Martin.
Alpha Martin.
Alpha Martin.
That's a good That's a good name, you know, Alpha Martin.
Alpha Martin.
Rate
See?
that.
Yeah. Anyway, Jam, I'm still going to have the overtakes and have the DRS.
But he's still not close enough and is looking very overcast as of right now, Mali. Murky picks up his second time penalty of the race. Stefanko is still behind DJ Danny. DJ Danny seems to be struggling. Davison is catching rapidly. He's already 1.1 seconds
Did I
behind.
just see rain?
Nah, you're hallucinating, mate. I don't think it's raining yet, but to be honest, I think it will.
Yeah, it just looked quiet. Right, here we go. Davison on the back of Stefanko.
Davison's got right up through that first sector. He's lining up a switchback move, trying to get a good exit. Is he gonna go for the 2-in-1? Gonna take Danny as well. Are they gonna go 3 wide? They're looking to be very close in the straight. Danny goes defensive.
Yeah, Stefanko's running outside, Bram. Thank you very much. Danny's going to defend there. Both on mediums. Danny's going to have the better traction on those soft compound tyres, and he's past Stefanko. Next for him is DJ Danny. It's a bit of a boost, it looks like, from Stefanko. Up the inside.
Right on the inside. He's braking way later. And he's off the track. He's braked too late. And he's still behind Danny. Or is he? Oh, and they're so close through the fast right-hander. Danny gives him enough respect, enough space to work with, and Davison gets past. Danny made a smart move.
Let me tell you something.
Bruno Wheels in the pits as well.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
tell me, Bram. Davison, I've seen him. He's actually very good at executing his overtake. In order to get an overtake, you've seen him. He activated his overtake midway through the corner, and that's something that I did last season when I was battling for my positions in Tier 2.
Sure, so you're just comparing yourself to Davison.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did the same thing. You know, I used overtake through the corners, and that's how I got around the outside of drivers last season. So, yeah, this track's very good in terms of overtake and using that to overtake drivers. But all I'm saying is Jamham is currently P1. He needs to pit. I don't know, but Bruno Will is P11, bro. And Davison is now P5. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Bruno Will's still got to overtake a lot of drivers.
Yeah, and Bruno Wills exited right at the back of that train.
This hasn't really been a very stereotypical STB race, has it?
Oh, and the Ferrari's in the pits. Jamham is pitting.
Right,
Let's have a
Jamham's in.
look where he comes out. Comparison to Bruno Will. Bruno Will's coming around the final corner now. He's on the back of Mercury. Jamham is in the pits, and I think Jamham's gonna exit behind Bruno Will there. Yes, he will.
By how much though? Quite a lot actually. 3 sec. Wow. Undercut is major here in America.
Yes. You need all that grip through the slow corners, but also through the S section, and it's just different world once you've pitted. Those softs, so fresh shots are so much better than old medium. But Jamo's gonna have a big advantage, and if Bruno Will struggles to get through this traffic, I doubt he will, because he's gonna go for his first move here already down the inside of Mercury. Mercury is not having any of it though. Mercury is trying to fight him off exit. And he does get a better exit, but Bruno Will decides to use some overtake.
It's going to be very scary here, Bram, because obviously they were both, well, they crashed in Japan.
Oh, and Kevin's going for a move as well, and Stefanko around the outside, he tries to go. But he just doesn't have the space to go for the move. He tries to go for a bit of a switchback through here. He might send it down the inside. But he does decide better.
Open it was on the inside of Matty. That could end in tears. Forced him off the circuit. There you go. P8 now for Bruno Will.
This is a new record. Bruno Will has made 2 successful moves without contact on JRT Matty. That's something we don't see very often. And Mercury picks up another penalty. Mercury seems to be in the mud as of right now.
So he's in the mud. Oh. Looks like Matt was not going to the first corner there, but what we are doing is we are going to the first corner with TJ Danny as he goes up the inside of the Williams, and they're both colliding.
He's made contact.
That was going to be.
The front wings are broken.
There's been damage to Franco there. Has been involved. Bruno Will is.
This is Bruno Will's chance.
Oh, who got damaged? Was it Kevin?
Kevin's front wings broken.
Right.
And Matt's going for a very aggressive move down the inside. Kevin's gonna understeer while they've made contact. They're still side by side. Matt's gonna go for a switchback. He's made contact as well. And Bruno was gonna go for a second move. And this is... Oh, and he's gone in deep! He's gone in deep, but he's... How's he managed that? He's still ahead of Stefanko.
Here we go anyway. Mercury's going to be in the slipstream of Kevin. Kevin's going to be in the slipstream of Matty with a broken front wing. I think he pulls to the outside because he knows he's not going to be able to pull it off.
And that's so unfortunate for Kevin here. He's very good. He's got very unlucky.
I think funny that Alfa Romeo actually looks better with a broken front wing. Is that just me? And
Mercury goes down the inside as well. I think that's just you, Maddie.
Yeah, around the outside goes Mercury. What a move!
Yeah, on a broken front wing Alfa Romeo though, Kevin does pit. He's pitted very late.
Where's Bruno? Oh. P5.
Yeah, Bruno got very lucky with the traffic there, as the Smurfen has got past already. The Smurfen's in a good position for the win.
Right. Oh,
and Schlesinger Volvo's got a puncture!
A Volvo has a puncture.
And
he's off the circuit.
Oh, and that's not fortunate for him.
Puncture for a Volvo. That is disastrous for him. Absolutely disastrous.
Volvo has a puncture and he's going the same pace as a Volvo right now.
Who has a puncture?
There. Schlesinger Volvo, and he's going at the same pace as a Volvo car.
I mean, he's not.
That's a terrible joke.
Right, he's still going the same speed. Why is he?
Because he's on the straight, Maddie. On the straight you don't have to turn. On the straight you don't really need any grip or tires or whatever. Just need an engine.
Wait, I thought...
And Jamam goes down the inside of Matt. They're still side by side. They've made contact.
Oh, there's been a lot of argy-bargy here this evening.
Yeah, and Bruno Will is now 4 seconds behind the fight for the lead. Davizin is already in the fight.
But doesn't Davizin need to pit again?
Not sure. It's gonna be a hell of a stretch if you want to make it to the end, though. But if Danny can do it, I think Davizin can too. Schlesinger Volvo is in the pits right now. He's also in the mud. Not happy with what's going on right now.
That's disappointing there for the Ferrari.
But there's only one explanation for him to go on for so long, and that is rain at the end of the race. Otherwise, he would have just pitted, I think. Right?
I'm not sure, really. I don't know. Just a shocking race, really, isn't it, for him?
Oh, and the Smurfs had a bad exit of the hairpin onto the main straight, on the back straight, sorry. Davidson's gonna eye up a move, down the inside he goes, and the Smurf doesn't make it very difficult for Davidson, and he takes the lead.
Stickfish Jamham, up the inside of DJ Danny. Overtake done. Sweet as you like there, P number 5.
And Safanko runs in deep, Matt's gonna go for a move. As is Mercury.
Oh, Safanko's up the inside.
Breaks late. But Matt gets a move done, and Mercury! There's almost contact. Matt has hit Safanko, and that has enabled Mercury to get past, and Safanko has lost 2 positions.
That was a bit aggressive there from those. Very aggressive tonight, aren't they? I don't think they really like America, to be honest. It's making them angry.
No.
Making them angry. They want to move on to Mexico, I think. Rain is falling.
And it's raining!
Rain is falling.
This is gonna spice up things here in USA, and this is gonna bring on advantage Davizin, advantage Bruno, and advantage Jamham, as those fresher softs will be far quicker in conditions with low grip, Madi.
Definitely.
Kevin sets the fastest lap even when it's raining. That's a bit surprising to me.
Whom?
Kevin.
Oh.
And he's got unlucky with the timing of his wing damage here, because he's just had to make a pit stop before he'll probably have to make another one for the intermediates, Madi.
Yeah.
Bruno Wills hunting down the lead pack. The gap is now 1.5 seconds to Gilles Thijs. But both Gilles Thijs and the Smurfen have picked up a penalty, as has Jamham. So that's not playing into Jamham's hand. Something crazy has to happen for Jamham to keep his championship's hopes running up into Mexico. And they're already struggling for grip, Madi. The rain is falling quite heavily.
I don't know what to say. I mean, wow. This race has just been crazy.
Caught up rapidly. He's now on the back of Gilles Thijs, and the Smurfens had a terrible exit. He's on the wrong side of the track, near the pit wall. And there's someone off the track. It's of course JRT Matty in the mud.
Why is he carrying on? I thought, wouldn't he just pit?
Oh, and Bruno Wills now right up the back of Gilles Thijs, and Gilles Thijs is off the track. Gilles Thijs has gone into a spin.
Oh,
and he spun the car.
He bottled his chances, Bram.
For podium there, yeah.
Oh.
And he's lost about 5 seconds there. That's just so unfortunate for him. He's not looking quick in those semi-rain conditions here.
I think we're going to be.
Jamham is up his back.
I think we're going to be expecting Bram some activity in the pit lane at the end of this lap.
I don't think so yet. Might though, but the rain is falling quite heavily.
That's
so
what I mean.
Might be right. Bruno Will is now on the back of his next spray, the Smurf, and as the Smurf gets a big wobble off the exit.
Oh, yellow flag.
There's a yellow flag through sector 1, there's a Red Bull. Ooh, and the Smurfen has been Bruno Will's next target. He's been there, done that, and he's up into P2. Let's have a look at the pit stop situation. Things are looking very treacherous right now. Let's see what Davison decides to do. He's into the pit. Is Bruno Will? Yes, he is as well.
Oh, here we go.
So is the Smurfen. Is Jamham into the pits? Yes, he is. Gilles? Yes, he... Oh, and Gilles looks up a bit. DJ Danny into the pits? Question mark. Yes, of course. LRS Mercury. He is. And Stefanko is going to have to double stack. And he'll be losing out big time here.
Oh, that is unlucky.
As well, and the whole
field
is in the pits. The Smurfens exited
it's
in
all
P3,
kicking off,
in
Bram.
P4. Gilles Thijs in P5. Mercury is gonna exit in P7. Svanko is gonna have to be double stacked. And it's really pouring down here.
Didn't have to wait that long. Stanko didn't have to wait that long, but he has lost out to Matty, so he has lost a bit of time.
Yeah, and if there's not a safety car, he's lost that big time because he was half a second behind Mercury, and right now he's 8 seconds behind Mercury. So that's not what you like to see.
I think Bruno
like to see, though,
I think Bruno Will has had to wait for Davis in the pit lane. Starfallen and Span.
Starfallen has not had a good lap. He's still on those mediums. Of course, he's had a puncture, so it's not very nice for him. And this was also the reason why Davison pitted so early, and it's worked wonders for him. I can't lie, he's done very well there.
I did say.
Pit stop phase.
I did say. I did say that it's altered his strategy.
And Starfallen has given up on his race here. He's got very unlucky there today with that lap 1 damage and that puncture right as the interperiod hit.
Alright.
And it's gonna be a straight fight between Bruno Will and Davison for the winner. Thinking Davison is gonna get it because Bruno Will's 2.1 seconds behind.
Yeah, I think this is now the quiet part.
Pace
I think this is now the quiet part of the race, Brown. I don't think we're going to see much. Great strategy there from Dalton.
I think Bruno will be happy with what's it called, with his with P2 as of right now, because if he finishes P2, he's got the championship in the bag, and I think that's his main target for today. Schulteis is disposing of the retired car of Starfallen.
I mean, Brian, what a season it's been for Bruno Will. So dominant. He obviously took the advantage that he had at the start of the season, utilised that. And yeah, it's just been a very, very good championship. What do you make of his season, his second title, looking very likely at the moment?
Yeah, it's one of the best seasons in STB history, Maddie. He's not finished outside of the podium so far this season. If he keeps that up, that would be mental. That's never happened before. And the sheer consistency is insane. He doesn't have bad races. He finishes up on that podium every time, even if he hits toward Baku. Even if he chooses the wrong strategy at Canada, he's always fighting to get back up there, and that's made him be in prime position to get his second STB championship today.
Crazy. Oh, then. So the drivers are 12 seconds slower. Well, Bruno doesn't actually have very good pace, it looks like, at the moment. He's not catching. Oh, he's just getting 3 temps in one braking zone. Just grab that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just been a great season, really, for Bruno. It's been a great season, all in all, really. We've had some great races. There's 3 races.
Yeah, it's been a great season for Jamham as well, Madu. Can't forget that. Bruno Will's formidable competition, but Jamham has also done very, very well for himself.
Yeah.
He's picked up 3 race wins. I believe he only had 1 or 2 race wins last season, so he's improved on that. We still got 3 races to go. So yeah, he's done well as well. The Smurfins had an up and down season. He's up into P3. This is his best race of the season, in my opinion. Do you agree, Maddie?
The Smurfing, yeah. Much better than Japan. We obviously seen him spinning. I think it was Japan. Just spinning off the circuit, just not having a good race, you know?
Yeah, and don't think Bruno was going to be able to catch up. Davison has to just minimize his mistakes to win the USA Grand Prix. I think he'll celebrate that with a nice little barbecue from Texas, as they like to do here. Maybe a bit of a shoey from the, what's it called, the cowboy boots. Whatever they do.
The Smurfing looks to be
here in Texas.
Yeah, not much is really happening at the moment, but the Smurfing looks to
Japan's quite close to Jama, to the Smurfing.
Smurfing seems to not have a very good penultimate corner. It seems to spin out a lot. Looks like there's a...
You mean spin the real wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jamams. I think this is gonna be the most interesting fight of the final parts of this race. Jamam is 1.1 seconds behind the Smurfen, and the Smurfen doesn't look to have great pace on these intermediate tires. So whatever happens here in this fight will just be salvation for Jamam, but I'm sure he'd like himself another podium, as will the Smurfen.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great sort of battle. Let me just quickly have a look at the penalties. Obviously the stream won't see them, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see, Bram, who's going to get this podium. Is it going to be Smurf, or is it going to be Jamham?
Yeah, and I think it's gonna take a mistake. Oh, speaking of mistakes, Kaiki's out of the session. He hasn't had a good race either. He had wing damage on lap 1 as well. He had to pit.
Yeah. So
No, but
he'll be hoping to show himself in Mexico.
oh, and Bruno's caught up half a second last lap. He's 1.5 behind now. 1.4. Davison struggling a wee bit. What's going on here?
A wee bit.
Oh, and Kevin's up the back of Stefanko as well. Kevin, obviously notoriously quick in those rainy conditions. He had a dominant win in Singapore in Tier 2 last season. His most dominant win and his best race of the season. Stefanko is sliding all over the place here, and it's looking like we'll get some entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, Bruno is only 1.2 seconds behind Davison Maldi.
The battle is on here in America.
And all of a sudden we've got 3 side-by-side battles going on here. Kevin's going for a move on Stefanko. He's going for a switchback. He doesn't manage to get it just yet. But Kevin has got the upper hand on Stefanko. He's probably not going to be able to make a move through Sector 1.
I'm here for it, quite frankly. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Some good race.
Right, here we go. Bruno will then penultimate lap. Is he going to be able to get past Davison?
Oh, and Jammer's eyeing up a switchback on the Smurf.
He's got a lap. They've got a lap and a
Big
sector.
pace advantage.
A lap and a sector to get their overtakes done.
Muddy Chamham's right up the back of the Smurf, and he's gonna try to make a move for that final podium position. They are very close together. And Kevin's managed to get past Franco Maldi. We've missed that, I'm sorry. But he has got past 4P9.
It wouldn't really have mattered anyway, because Kevin would have got past Franco anyway without his penalty. So, right then,
Yeah.
Bram, well, you said Kevin for victory. I mean, we haven't really seen that today.
That didn't really work out.
No.
That didn't really work out.
It is me
I thought
thinking.
he was gonna have a good start.
It is me thinking that Joel had an opportunity for podium tonight, and then he binned it.
Yeah, quite literally.
So.
And on to the last lap of his championship challenge. Bruno Will goes. After this, it's gonna be all fun and games. But he's still deploying that overtake, trying to get past Davison on that final lap with that fighter mentality. Davison gets a decent exit, and I don't think Bruno will be able to get past. Jamham is very close to the Smurf, and he might just be able to go for a move with some slipstream. He is quite far behind though, so that is probably not gonna happen. Is he gonna make some kind of dive bomb or switchback move into the final hairpins?
Very late braking there, Bram. Is Bruno Will going to get Davison?
Looking up. And Bruno's not gonna get Davison Maldi. And Jamam is also not gonna get the Smurf, and I think
Davizin, Bram, is
Bruno
going to come around the penultimate corner. He's going to come around the final corner. And he is going to come to win the United States Grand Prix. He wins second. Is your season 18 world champion, BRL Bruno Will, two-time champion. Third is Dismurfing. Fourth, Jamham spins it across the line there. Fifth is Joel. That will go to DJ Danny. Seventh will be Mercury Bram.
but he's got a whole heap of penalties, so I think he'll be demoted by a bit. Matty takes his position into P7. I wonder if Kevin takes Mercury's position. Yes, he will, and Mercury finishes around P9.
Well, there you go, Bram. We have a new STB champion, BRL Bruno Will.
Yeah, and it's been such a dominant campaign. Once again, flexing his muscles today to come from P11 on the grid home into P2. Who is your driver of the day, Maldi?
I want to give it to Davizin.
Yeah, I agree.
And McCain even agrees as well.
Choice.
Dave?
Yeah, the game Codemaster.
Only STB Melody can have the same opinion as a bot. Celebration time then for Davizin. He wins the United States Grand Prix. And that is not really the main subject of the day. Bruno Will is second. He is your world champion here in season 18 for Tier 1. Third is Dismurfing. Fourth, Jamham. Fifth was DJ Danny. Sixth was Jultai. Seventh was JRT Matty. Eighth was BGR Kevin. Ninth was Mercury. 10th was Stefanko. 11th was Lazenja. 12th, Kaiki. Your non-finishers. 13th, Star Fallen. 14th, Danny Rick. 15th, BGR Dan. 16th, TTM Mitch. That is your non-finishers. Bram, any comments on the race?
Yeah, it was a cracking race from start to finish. We saw some action with the rain at the end of the race, and some great battles at the start of the race. It's definitely one of the races that's up there in contention for race of the season, especially with the storyline of Bruno Will winning a championship.
Definitely. What a race that was really for him. Well then, I don't know what's going to happen about interviews. We would want to have Bruno Will in here because obviously he's won the championship, but it's the language barrier that he has. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure he is so happy with his performance here this evening. Another championship, two-time champion now, and yeah. All right, we'll give it a few more moments, Bram. And if they don't join,
I think Smurfy might be able to join the party, right?
I mean, I've invited him, but I'm not too sure. Right then. Okay then, Bram. I think we'll wrap things up here. Congratulations to BRL Bruno Will. Here's your season 18 world champion. Well done to your podium finishers, BRL Davizin, Smurfin, and BRL Bruno Will. Thank you, Bram, for joining me in the com box here tonight. That concludes then your United States Grand Prix. Do join JRT Matty and LRS Mercury for tomorrow's Tier 2 race at Austin. And if you want to see that, then you can always join us next week at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexican Grand Prix. That's going to be an absolute cracker. Mexico is a great circuit. So we'll see you next week for the Mexican Grand Prix. We'll see you then.